Right, so we're going to go into our like awards that we think this is going to...
How it's going to pan out,
our predictions. Pan out at the end, yeah. So what we'll do, we'll go for the most goals first.
Top goal scorer. Harry Kane.
Have you?
Custard Kane, I'm giving it him. He's a golden boot machine for England.
Okay, I've gone Mbappe.
Yeah, I think it's a fair shout. I think him and Kane are actually probably the two highest likely. Like they're probably the bookies' favourites.
Yeah.
Kane, I think we've got... I can't remember exactly what France's group's like now, but I think we've got a favourable group in terms of the amount. If we play to our potential, the goals we could score is quite significant in the group stage. And I think there's a case where we could both be right. If we both have good tournaments, us and France, which I think everyone's expecting us to do well, both teams, that it could be like in the past where it's a joint golden boot because it's split. And I think that has even happened in the past when Kane's won it before. But yeah, a bit boring, but I'm backing the Three Lions, my captain, Custard Kane.
I'm backing the Ninja Turtle.
The Real Madrid's newest signing.
Yeah. So, most assists then, top assister.
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, I've got Bruno Fernandes as well.
I have to back him. I put him in my 5 to watch. I'm saying he's going to be the man to take Portugal as far as he can go.
I just hope that I'm not jinxing it again, because at the start of the Premier League season, I said Bruno Fernandes for like the one to watch all.
Yeah,
I think
like
it
player of the season or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's hope we do better with these predictions than our.
Yeah, I hope so, because I really like him. I hope he does well.
Yeah, likewise.
Let's go with the Golden Glove then. You've gone Pickford, haven't you?
Yeah, come on. Come on. Well, I think he deserved it last time.
So I was going to go Pickford, and this might be like just the recency.
When we've been leaking goals and defence doesn't look great. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's just the fact that obviously Maguire's come out.
Yeah.
Stones looks a bit of a doubt.
We don't have a left back, really.
We don't have a left back until maybe the second group game.
Yeah.
I just think it's looking really shaky in that area, so I haven't gone Pickford just because of that.
Yeah.
So I've gone... So can you help me say this guy's name? Because I don't know how you say it, but the French goalkeeper plays for AC Milan.
Mike Mignon.
That's it.
What I would say. I don't know if that's right.
Yeah, I think
Apologies if it's incorrect.
Whatever. You'll say it better than me anyway. So I've gone him.
He could be a huge step up as well, because I think Lloris was a fantastic goalkeeper in his day.
Yeah.
But I think in their last few tournaments, he's been well, despite the fact they got to a World Cup final and they'd won the previous World Cup. He could have been a 2-time World Cup winner, and I don't really rate him.
He's a bit of a liability, wasn't he?
I think he just, towards the end of his career, he looked like he had a mistake in him or a bad decision. And I do think he was a great goalkeeper at the peak of his powers. But I think this change in net for them has been needed.
Yeah.
I think it's been coming for years, and arguably, I think Mignon might have been injured in the last tournament, and there could have been a case that he should have been the starting goalkeeper then if that wouldn't have been the case.
Yeah, he's had a good season as well.
Yeah, so possibly, I think France are very strong on paper, aren't they, as well?
Yeah, I think their defences are much better than ours, and that's why
they've got the likes of Saliba will be on the bench for them. And we're looking at Dunks on the bench for us. I'm a big advocate for Lewis Dunk, but I mean the comparison is very stark.
Yeah. So yeah, I've gone him, and you've gone Pickford.
Pickford all the way. Back the fucking boys.
Right. So the dark horses. Yeah. Next.
I think this team is the perennial dark horse, and I don't want to get too drawn in because they were the dark horse last time round in the Euros, and they got thumped day one. I'm backing my Turkish boys.
Okay.
There's something about them, I always have them on paper to be a good team. They've got some solid players there. They actually topped their qualifying group, and Wales and Croatia were in that group.
So, for you putting Turkey as a dark horse, where would they need to get to in the tournament for that dark horse to be accepted? Do you know what I mean?
I think quarterfinals. I'm expecting. So
if they get to the round of 16, that's still not a dark horse.
I think
they're doing well to get out of groups.
I think you look at their group. Who is theirs? The group with Belgium. I forget now. I did have all this sorted before. I think when we did the prediction, I had them going through as runners up in their group.
Yeah.
Let me quickly check that so that we can be accurate here.
So who are you on? Yeah, who are you on about that?
I think they're in Belgium's group.
So Turkey are not in Belgium's group. Turkey are in Portugal's, but you've got Czech Republic and Georgia.
Yeah. So I think Georgia as much as I like Kvaratskhelia and such, I think they'll probably finish rock bottom of that group.
Yeah.
Czech Republic, I'm not massively convinced by. I don't think they've got as many talented players as they once did. I think Turkey, in my head, are a more concrete team squad than the other two group teams. So Portugal win that, hands down. They might even absolutely trounce the teams in the group. Portugal might have a insane goal difference by the end of the group stage.
Yeah.
I think Turkey get through as second place runners-up. I think they might be quite hard to beat. That being said, I still think Portugal stick a load past them. That's who I'm going for. I think there's a few candidates, but I'm maybe getting drawn into the romanticism of the fact I picked them last time out and then they were terrible. And I'm going for it again. I'm doubling down.
So you know my dark horse anyway. But I've picked Romania, and that is Belgium's group.
Yes. Have they got... So who's in that? Is that
Slovakia and Ukraine.
Okay. Ukraine, I feel like, could be hard work.
Yeah.
Slovakia, I couldn't profess to know anything about them anymore. I feel like I used to know some players for Slovakia.
What stage did we play Ukraine in? Was it quarters or round of 16?
In the last Euros...
We hammered them 4-0.
Yeah, we battered them, didn't we? We watched it here.
Actually, no, it was the quarters because we played Germany in the round of 16.
Yeah, Germany was the first knockout game.
Then it was quarters.
Then Ukraine.
Yeah.
Then Denmark.
So the semi-final was Denmark then, 2-1.
I think it was a big disappointment for Denmark when they then went to the World Cup next year, and they didn't get out of the group stage at the World Cup. So I think they'll do better this time around as well.
Yeah. Well, I've got Romania anyway. They was undefeated in the qualifiers, but like I say, it might not mean anything, but I'm taking a punt on them.
Yep, I like it. When we play them later in the tournament, 6-0, I've said. So write that shit down.
Winners.
We've got winners now or flop team. Who do you want next? Should we leave winners last?
I've gone past the flop.
Yeah.
I've gone past the flop. Let's go flop.
Italy, the holders.
Yeah, I don't think they'll flop. I've gone Belgium.
I was tempted by Belgium. I've gone more with Italy because although I don't think there's huge expectation, they are the current holders and their group is tough.
Yeah.
So I'm not convinced they can get the better of Croatia and Spain in a group setting. Doesn't mean they won't go through because we know this third place system that there is now.
If they have that, I think when we was predicting it, if they do go through on the third place, and we predicted Germany's group to go the way that was, or it was someone, wasn't it?
I've got them getting through as third place and getting knocked straight out, I think, anyway.
Yeah, and I forgot who it was against now.
That, to me, would be a huge failure for the holders to, if it panned out that way, for the holders to qualify as third, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth anyway, and then go straight out.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the third place qualified teams get group winners, so it's a tough fixture.
The thing is, your flop, you could potentially, like, Italy could get knocked out in the semi-final and you could still say they flopped because they're holders.
Yeah, no, I think that's harsher. If you get to the semis, it's like, you did all right.
Yeah,
but I think if they get knocked out groups or round of 16, it's an underachievement. Belgium...
I think it's possible Belgium don't get out of the group. And that's why I've done about that. Romania top, Ukraine second.
I've seen it before with Belgium. I think we all have, haven't we? Disappointment when they've got an embarrassment of riches. Maybe not anymore. They've still got some fantastic players. But in the past, the quality they had in Hazard, Lukaku, arguably at his prime, De Bruyne, a little bit younger.
Yeah.
They had a solid partnership at the back. They had Courtois in goal. They were good all over the park, really. I think some of those players are still in fantastic veins of their career, but they're not in their prime anymore.
Yeah.
There's a managerial change. Obviously, maybe Martinez was holding them back. Who knows?
It was definitely out of Netherlands and Belgium for me, for my flop.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what to pick, so I just decided to go for Belgium instead.
I think for Belgium, for years, everyone's sort of saying that team, when it gets going, look at the stars they've got. And it's never happened. They always find a way to get knocked out.
So it might happen now they've not got them.
Who knows? Yeah. But yeah, I don't mind it as a pick. Again, maybe that's more justified than Italy, because I would say Italy probably aren't in anyone's head as being a strong candidate to win this thing.
I don't think they've got much pressure. Even though they're the holders, it doesn't feel like there's much pressure on them to win.
No, I don't think so. Maybe in Italy it's different.
Yeah.
But I'm not hearing a lot of chat about them over here.
No.
So yeah.
That's the awards.
One.
Yeah.
The winners. Well, we've already done our winners from our brackets, but we may as well announce them.
Yeah, so I know yours, England.
Of course it is.
And you know mine, Portugal. And you're not going to like me because of it. So.
And the way our bracket's done, we're playing each other in the final.
I know. And no, we're not going to watch it and then me have a Portugal top on. I will be rooting for England. I just go into
shoulder would need reattaching again if that was the case.
Yeah, I'm not rooting for Portugal. I'm just saying what I think will happen.
Yeah, I say I'll be very shocked if anyone wins it that's not Portugal, France, England. I don't think you can ever count Germany out, especially because of the home nation. And I think overall they're quite strong.
I think if Germany are, I know we say the host. I said this, like, if the host nation gets in the final, it's very hard for them to lose.
We did it.
But we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and we should have won. We scored early.
Yeah.
We needed to really kill the game, and we did.
German fans are really good, aren't they? So if they've got the Dortmund wall coming to like cheer them on, it might be.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think if they start well in the group, they'll have a lot of confidence moving forward from that.
Yeah.
I think in some of the other tournaments, they've come out a bit flat.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
No, they've definitely been off it in the last tournaments, haven't they?
Yeah. I mean, I love that. The fact we got a win over them in the last Euros. It feels like they're a team that normally gets the better of us.
Yeah.